Hey everyone, Boylon here, and today I'm just going to be showing a quick extra video that I managed to record in today's Alliance War, showcasing a battle against Emma Frost. Finally, this is actually the first time I've seen anyone with an Emma Frost that I could record some footage on, which is a bit surprising since it's been, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 wars since her release maybe. Anyways, the results were a bit surprising given what I talked about in my theory crafting video before she was released. But I am still pleased with how it turned out. So without further ado, let's get into it. Right, so unfortunately, I didn't realize until after I finished recording that actually I didn't have my microphone plugged in properly. So I do have the recording here, which I'm going to go through and we're going to go through together. But there was a little bit of gaps in the video because I guess those have been times where I thought I was talking, but it turned out I was talking to myself. So we're going to hit play on the footage here and we're going to go through it together. So here I am. So this is the Emma Frost here at 276k that I'm going to go into. I think maybe we'll skip ahead a bit. I think I was talking to myself here. That's why you can see my cursor going around there. So we click attack here. At some point, let's jump up a bit. And so we're going to be using my power armor. Now this is my power armor 2.0. And as you can see here, I'll pause it once we actually get through the selection here. Scroll down. So this is my 292k power armor, and actually let's go back a bit so we can see what it looks like here in case, oh, sorry. Let's jump back. Pause it just before I choose it. And so this is my power armor here. So it's 292k. It's pretty balanced, I would say. We do have Falcon at 72k. He's a bit higher. I think it's because I was using him for different game modes. And so I wanted to make sure that he was as high as he could. Now, I think in terms of the power level that you need for this battle, I think it's definitely better to have your damage characters up higher. I had a pretty decent red star pull for my rescue, so that's the reason why she's sitting at 61k there. So we'll see as we go through the battle how it ends up folding out. So pausing it again here, so we do have 63k on Emma Frost down here. And so it's not as strong of a Sinister as I thought. You know, if you had a stronger Sinister tier 13 or 14, you know, I think this battle might have turned out a bit differently. And Emma Frost, even though she was only tier 13, was surprisingly difficult to get through in the end. So we'll see as we go through the footage here why that ended up happening. Probably me talking, that's why it's... So let's jump ahead a bit here. Okay, so I had it on 2x mode just so we could see what happens here. So first, it looks like that Emma Frost is applying the defense up to the whole team. Probably has T4s in some of the moves here. And Strife goes in with the taunt at the start. And then we have Mystique, of course, and this one hits on Iron Man, which is lucky. It wasn't Rescue or anyone like that. That could have made things a lot worse if that was what happened. So gets hit by Falcon here, and then we have the special, I believe it is, by Emma Frost. She turns into her diamond form, slowing everyone and also putting immunity up on themselves. So everyone has immunity, so I'm assuming that also has T4s in it. So it looks like at least her special and her passive. So then we go into Rescue, and she does get her special off there. And here, you know, there's immunity, right? So using Ironheart special really isn't going to make much of a difference. So I go in for the basic here. And so we just kind of do a little bit of damage. I probably should have had him 3 times, and we'll find out that actually as we get towards the end, I almost get pretty close to timing out. So in the future, I will be doing 3 times from now on. And then we get Falcon's special off here, and so this is where it really kickstart things a bit. Everyone gets a lot of turn bar because everyone has buffs. Now, unfortunately, again, I'm kind of stuck, so I do the basic on Strife there, and then Sinister clones War Machine. So that could have been a lot worse, probably, if he cloned, say, Falcon or something like that. And then Rescue gets her ultimate off there. And this is when we do, you know, what we would normally do with power armor. And then if you know, I'll pause it here. So Sinister and Sabretooth and the clone, they don't have immunity, but since the others really haven't gone again, they are still with the immunity on. So, but we still go with the ultimate anyways with Ironheart, so that we can get defense down on Sinister, because Sinister is really the target that we want to get down. So we just do what we would normally do, and do all of the AoE. And then here, and then after the Falcon ult, this is important here. So, yeah, so we get the taunt on Mr. Sinister from War Machine's passive. Now, if I'm not mistaken, that can actually be resisted, so I'm glad that it didn't, and this allows us to kill off Mr. Sinister here with Iron Man, because I think this is really important. I think if he was allowed to live, then he would have healed up everyone else, he would have got to a special, and this might have turned sideways. After this, we kind of just go through the motions a little bit here. I picked it up to 3x mode. Emma Frost clears all of my buffs and blinds War Machine. So, you know, Emma Frost is surprisingly resilient. She doesn't take all that much damage. At least when she's in diamond form, she takes a significant amount less. And we're just kind of at this point, we're just trying to clear what's left on the field. And actually, I'm kind of going out of my way to leave Emma Frost for last. Now, I don't know if this was wise, but she does have a lot of survivability. She's healing a lot on her passive per turn as well, and I kind of just wanted to get rid of everyone else who, you know, could have done damage to the team. So that's what we end up doing. We take out Sabretooth here next, and then we go for Mystique. And so maybe, I don't know if this is the right turn order, and you see, so she's already back around to her special, so she slowed everyone on the team as well. Everyone has immunity, which is kind of annoying, can't slow them. So then we just beat into Mystique some more, hoping that she gets dead, dies. Good thing that the slow is only one turn. Unfortunately, War Machine bites it there, and we use Rescue, I think, to just slow. Oh, we tried to slow, Emma Frost didn't really work, and here we spend a good minute and a half trying to beat down Emma Frost. So I only want to showcase this because, and then Ironheart goes down. It, like, her survivability is surprisingly good. So I don't know if that's because my characters are just kind of on the weaker end, or if she's on the stronger end, because her passive is like healing her 50k a turn, and combined with the fact that she has immunity most of the time and her diamond form, she's not taking a lot of damage. So, you know, it's a basic here. I tried a basic, did 0 damage. With her barrier, you know, it's quite surprising, really. You know, she's not taking a lot of damage, given that most of these characters are blasters. And yeah, so the passive slow that she gives to everyone else, you know, it's quite, I think it's creating differences in the turn bar, of course, and she's healing up. And I was actually seriously concerned that this was going to time out, because we're getting pretty down to the wire at this point. And I avoid actually specialing, and I don't know if that was the best. I just wanted to get, you know, as much damage in as I possibly could. You know, and I'm not even sure if, I haven't looked at the numbers actually. I don't know if Falcon's AoE is, maybe I should have used it sometimes. Sometimes I skipped out on the ultimate, and I just sit there with the basic. I'm pretty sure Iron Man's basic does more than his special, since it's AoE. And then I was really concerned that actually my characters were gonna die from the mind control, because that's really all she's doing in terms of damage. Her basic doesn't do much, but she's barriering, and basicing like a ton here. Look at that, I'm already at, like, almost at 20 seconds. If she was any stronger, or if Sinister was any stronger and he survived, like, this probably would have been over. But we did manage to get this in the very end. I was, like, panicking. I was like, okay, hurry. And we did manage to get it at the very end. 5 seconds to spare. So, you know, that was quite a... I wouldn't say it wasn't a tough battle. I mean, like, it was just down to the wire, and probably because I messed about in the first minute with 2 times speed. Not doing that from now on, so I'm definitely going to be doing 3 times speed. So, and then I spend like a minute here talking to myself, because I thought that I had my mic in when I don't, so we're going to skip that out a bit, but yeah, so I'm pausing it here. So I would say that, you know, if my damage dealers were a little bit higher, especially War Machine and Iron Man, this might have probably gone a little bit quicker. What could have made the difference was if maybe Mystique had ulted Rescue and she got wrecked, then that would have been a huge problem. Also, if I didn't manage to kill Sinister, that also would have been a huge problem. So I'm lucky that the War Machine passive did trigger on Sinister, and we did manage to get the win there. So that's my my Power Armor 2.0 matchup here against Emma Frost. Just doing a quick video here. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you all next time on my next video.